heard all the big news from the last day of COP26, the summit that's happening in Glasgow. But what was it like to be there? And what was it like to be there as one of the youngest attendees? Samuel is a member of the Youth Parliament for Doncaster. He's 15 and was in fact the youngest person facilitating an event. Samuel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well. Hope you are as well, Samuel.
Yes, thank
so,
you.
What was it like then, being at such a major event?
It was amazing. I mean, to be able to go somewhere where our future is actually being spoken about and decided, and to have people like Obama going and speaking to world leaders, royalty attending, and even people like David Attenborough. So it was amazing to actually just be across the river from where they're all talking.
So just tell us what took you up to COP26. Why were you up there?
Yeah, so last year in April, I was part of RECA, which is the Regional Youth Climate Assembly, and we decided to make the group focusing on climate change. And we started off making a manifesto about how we wanted to impact people from Yorkshire and Humber, but it kind of ended up becoming a film, and we made something called the Ripple Effect, which is what myself and the rest of the RECA members were at COP26 to present, and we did that with the help of SIRE and some people in South Africa who run the South African Institute for International Affairs. But yeah, the film is all focused on young people, made by young people, and even people from primary schools are in it. They've made their own videos, and we basically just put them together and brought their voice up to the table.
So what was the message on the film then?
So the film is all about how there is a ripple effect of if there is one glacier that falls, it will affect us all. And it's the point that young people aren't just going to be affected in the future by what we do today and what COP has done, but we're being affected now. And the point is we need to be acting now to stop these effects on young people.
I mean, it must have been a fascinating experience, as well as you've touched on the world leaders being there. The Queen's been there, of course. David Attenborough's been there, hasn't he? But surely you're also mixing with young climate campaigners from other countries. Did you learn anything from them?
Yeah, I actually learned loads. I mean, I've actually never met the rest of the RECA members or the SIRE team before, and I've been speaking to them for over a year. So it was amazing to actually talk to them for the first time and to meet them. But yeah, there were loads of people. There was lots of young facilitators who were there talking about their own experiences. There were quite a lot on food and how that can impact our climate change, which I found really interesting, because actually I hadn't thought of that as an issue myself. And now I can see how it is a big issue that we need to be looking at too.
A lot of talk at COP26 about listening to young people and acting in their interests. Do you feel the conference was indeed listening to people like you?
Yeah, I think more than ever, actually, COP has reached out to young people. And from just seeing our film, they reached out to us and invited us to speak at one of the largest actual facilitating events, which was in the IMAX Theatre at the Glasgow Science Centre. So I would definitely say that we're being listened to more, and that we're being involved in the decisions that are actually going to impact us and not just going to impact you.
So Barack Obama was there at the summit early in the week, wasn't he? Had a message for young people telling them to stay angry and stay frustrated. Are you angry then?
I'd say most of us are, and I think if you're not angry, then what are you? Because it is something that's impacting you no matter what. I said it when I was talking at the Ripple Effect event. Climate change will impact us all, but just in different ways. So there's no point in not being angry. You've got to be angry to get something done.
So where next for you then? I mean, you've run an event at the biggest climate conference ever. Where are you going to go from here?
It sounds amazing you're saying that. But next year I'm going, hopefully, to the House of Commons to speak as a member of Youth Parliament. And hopefully I'd like to look into doing some politics, as I'm still finishing my GCSEs, so I'd like to study that a bit more.
Well, best of luck with your exams. And from just talking to you, I think you probably are on the right course for the rest of your life. Excellent talking to you, Samuel. Thanks ever so much.
Thank you.
That's Samuel up there as part of the Youth Parliament for Doncaster. He was at the COP26 conference. And, of course, all the latest news from that will be, no doubt, digested. Will it run into tomorrow? Will it be agreement tonight? We'll have to see.